We have a game called Future Frictions. Future Frictions is a scenario-based web game through which different participants engage in debate and reflection about smart city futures.
So we want to stimulate ethical reflection on the impact of technology and interventions on society, and then we want people to create their own scenarios and their own problems that they encounter in the cities, so that they can create their own stories and then have dialogues around it.
We need some kind of a methodology to actually support people in articulating their challenges, looking more deeply into their environments, and also starting to co-speculate about different alternatives, and then use those potential alternatives as a way to think about actions in the present. So what is desirable for us in the future as a community, who might have different interests or values, and what might be needed in order to get there.
What we have learned is it really helps to set the scene, to have relevant discussions around the impacts of interventions on society, and very importantly we talk a lot about smart cities, and then smart cities are usually connected to technology, but then what we realize is setting the scene, we're having all kinds of conversations about, okay, what does it mean to be smart? So smart sometimes can be some kind of intervention or something that you can do to influence the future that is not necessarily related to technology.
What was interesting is that by making, let's say, experiential potential consequences of technology in a neighborhood, for instance, like this one, people already start to actually figure out there is an impact. There is an impact of your, your intervention in society, but also in the environment. So this was actually quite interesting because it also raises perhaps unexpected issues that people aren't necessarily considering when thinking about a specific technology, like maybe in our case we have a drone, we think about artificial intelligence. So the kind of issues that typically are not necessarily discussed explicitly because they're not so much tangible, perhaps you can't experience them. So this is what I think our game can also achieve.
We want to do it in a transdisciplinary way, and then this means that then we are going to bring different interest groups together, having different worldviews and perspectives, so then they can share and represent these perspectives while engaging with the game.
The Design Lab is the interface between academia and society. So especially when we talk about these kinds of games that are aimed at something bigger beyond education or even research purposes, something that actually empowers perhaps communities to take a step forward in developing their environments in a way which actually responds to their desires, something that empowers them. I think this location here is very important. So the Design Lab really, for me, has this particular quality of interfacing with society. And again, kind of almost like evoking the essence of the game, we also want to somehow interface something which is in the digital realm, but also with the wider environment and society.